Thanks, John. Well, for months, our 11 Investigates team has been looking through records and backgrounds of officers across Northwest Ohio, finding many are department hopping with not the best track record. Investigative reporter Kalie Marantette joins us now. Kalie, you've been you're having part 2 of the investigation coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. What's the gist of this story for people who didn't catch the first part?
So basically through this investigation we started back in November, we've found that dozens of officers were either resigning from the department or being forced out and then going to another department because they were disciplined at their previous department, whether that was under their investigation or it was wrapping up or whatever. So we wanted to look how often this was happening, and we found that this was happening with a lot of departments. So whether that's pulling a gun on another officer, getting into fights, being accused of choking their spouse even.
Now, how'd you even get this on your radar to look into?
So the Ohio Attorney General opened the OPATA portal. So the OPATA is short for the Ohio Peace Officer Training Academy. It was open to offer more transparency to the public and to the police departments so you can check their records or certifications, where they came from. It tells you what you need to know basically on the background and
Seems like a smart thing to do.
Yeah, of course. It offers more transparency. That's what they want. We talked to the Attorney General, Dave Yost. He said that was the point of this. So before, you would need to make a public records request to get that information, but a lot of it now is public. So when they opened that up, we were like, we should look through this, and we did, and that's how this came about.
Well, we aired part 1 on Super Bowl night. Brian Duggar talked about what this issue is, these cops going from one department to the next, and while they're in trouble. What should we expect from your story tonight? What's the sequence here?
Sure. So this story tonight is going to be, so the first story we brought to you on Super Bowl night was the issue. Here's what it is. These officers are going from department to department after being disciplined. My part tonight at 11 o'clock is going to be more of why is this happening? It's the why factor. So why are there so many officers going department to department? Why can't departments also find officers that don't have such a problematic background? The problem is police departments are having a hard time finding officers right now, and that seems to be the root cause of what has been going on. And even Dave Yost called it a crisis, not being able to find police officers.
Yeah, we're here from TPD. When they have hiring classes, they're having trouble recruiting, getting enough people to come out. So that's got to be difficult for them. I heard what's the part 3 coming up tonight? Or down the road? Yeah,
so we have the part 2 tonight, and then we still have a part 3 that's going to air next week. So part 1 was, here's what the issue is. Part 2 is, why is it happening? Part 3 is, how do we fix it? So Dave Yost has had a couple ideas in mind of where do we go from here? You know, how can we fix this problem? It's like a systemic issue of not being able to find officers. And, you know, my sister's in law enforcement, my brother-in-law, they're both in law enforcement. And when they started in the early 2000s, it felt like everyone wanted to be an officer. I wanted to be an officer. That was just the thing to do. And we even talked to departments that said they had 900 applicants in 2000 or the early 2000s, and now they're getting a couple dozen. So it's gone down a lot.
And as the number of, as the pool gets smaller, you think you want to at least hire a quality candidate.
Yes.
And you look into the records and it's clean.
Yep.
Well, then you may have a bad hire there.
Yeah. So we've talked to officers, you know, or chiefs and department heads, and they'll look at someone's resume and say, why is there, you know, there are 5 departments here in the last 5 years? It makes you question, why are they leaving? What's going on? You know, some of them, maybe they just wanted a career change. A lot of small departments can't offer SWAT team opportunities or lieutenants and sergeants, and we understand that, but some other reasons, that's not the reason they left. I'll just say that.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing that story.
Yeah.